What's going on? What's going on?
What's up?
It's your boy, Smooth Blaze,
It's Marty Moore.
and welcome to episode 4 of
Real,
Raw,
raw,
and
rational.
Man. We got so much in store for you today, but make sure we're going to start off properly. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
That's right.
Also, hit that notification bell and select all so
Thanks
you will
in
not
advance.
miss one video. So, as we start off every week and every 2 days out the week, Tuesday and Saturday, we're going to start with an inspirational piece or a spiritual piece by Marty Moore.
All right. So James 5:16 says, confess your faults one to another and pray one for another that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. So let's think about that for a minute. Although we rely on God, He also puts us here together to rely on one another. When we are going through things, we should be able to talk to our brothers and sisters in Christ or elders for counsel or a word of encouragement. I may be going through something that you have already been through. And because of that, you should be able to give me some wisdom or some guidance through that situation. Or it could be vice versa. You may be facing a difficult situation that I've already been through, and I should be able to pray for you and help you out. So it could be a mistake that you've learned from. It could be some key words of wisdom that can be life-changing for me or for you in that particular situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be physical healing, but it can also be mental. If I'm going down the wrong path based on something I've been through, and you tell me that I'm better than that, you tell me that I'm a better person, you tell me that I can handle that situation different, then that's not only healing, but it's also growth. We have to have righteous people in our corner that pray with us during our dark hours. They have already been there. They know exactly how to pray through that situation. They know exactly what to say in that situation. They know in their mind, without a doubt, that God can fix the situation, and their prayers are also without doubt because they are sure. They've been through that, they've experienced through that, and they can help you in that situation. Again, confess your faults one to another. Talk to people. Let people know what's going on. And pray for one another, that ye may be healed. The effectual, fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much.
That's a good one, Marty.
Man, it's deep, man.
I don't know where you come up with these things. But just from that, I take it from a different perspective. The word that come to mind is accountability.
Oh, yeah.
Meaning that we all make mistakes, especially as men and women, of course.
That's true.
But we have to understand and justify that, okay, I did this, I made this mistake. What things do I need to do to evolve and improve on this mistake that I've made? It's not about taking an opportunity just to erase something completely or to blame yourself for the past things that you've been through. It's an opportunity to evolve into the best version of yourself.
That's right.
So the first step is always to confess with your mouth, okay, I messed up, and figure out a path to change. So Marty Moore, you did your job on that part.
That's right, because if someone else has evolved, then they can help someone else evolve. It works hand in hand, just like pieces to the puzzle.
Right.
Hey, if I don't have the missing piece, I can't put it all together. And you may be someone's missing piece.
Now, since we got our spiritual healing
Yeah.
and rejuvenation,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
next we'll be going to talk about these money, these finances that we put in our pocket.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Not 50 cent, not 100 cent. Talking about dollars.
Dollars.
But the question that we have to ask ourselves, and what you should ask yourself on a consistent basis: what is the most you've ever saved in your savings account? And I ask you this question because we have a habit of spending everything.
That's right.
And we put ourselves in holes more than what we think. So when we look at other races like Asian, Black, all these other races, do they have faults like us? Yes. But there's a big percentage of persons that invest in certain things and also save for trips and things that they're taking, so it doesn't put a hindrance on our pockets as we go on to enjoy these things. Not saying not enjoy life, but get yourself in a situation where not only you can enjoy life, but you can do things that are more beneficial to you on the long run versus hurting you as you go into things. And another thing, as we get into these so-called holidays and things like that, don't allow all this stuff to pimp you.
Oh, man.
Because it's going to hurt you longer in the long run. And every year is going to be the same cycle over and over and over. And like I said, the government doing their job by marketing all this stuff because
that's right.
They're trying to get in our pockets and take everything we have.
That's true.
So be smarter. Put money in different savings accounts. And each savings account should be for certain things. You can have one for trips. You can have one just for buying big purchases. It's just different distinctions behind it. So always keep that in mind. You got anything, right, Marty?
Oh, man, when I think about that, one thing that I think about when you say what is the most that you've ever saved, I got to pull a 21 Savage and say a lot. Savings takes discipline, though, just like you said. It's there, but you have to act like it's not there. You have to think about retirement. You have to have money stashed away in case of an emergency. And kind of like you said with the holidays, man, it's like businesses are out there marketing because they want your money. They don't care if it's your savings. They don't care if it's your whole paycheck or whatever, They want their money. So again, like you said, we have to be mindful. We have to remember that you don't have to spend $500 on someone's Christmas gift. Right. You can spend $25 and give them $50 to put in a savings account if it's a child, We just have to remember that and take all those things into perspective, Just don't go crazy out here. Don't be balling out, and you can't ball out like that, Yeah.
I agree. I definitely agree. Now, I heard about this story regarding Antoine Walker, who was an old ex-NBA player.
Yeah.
I believe the last team he played for was probably the Miami Heat or something. I can't even recall. But he blew, over his career, he had about $100 million or $108 million.
$100 million.
And he filed bankruptcy. And it's crazy how when he went on this show called I Am Athlete, and he kind of elaborated on what he thought. He wanted to be like the Jay-Z's of the world, and Tupac Biggie, as far as spending and doing all that stuff, Dame Dash. He wanted to have that type of experience because when you come from the hood, you ain't have nothing. Yeah. What you expect?
Yeah, that's true,
you don't
man.
Know it.
You see what you see on TV, and that's what you want to be, man.
Right, and it's crazy though, but at the end of the day, he told me how many he bought 8-10 cars. Yeah. And it was like, why did I buy it? He bought the houses. He bought a house for his mom, and other houses. Then he bought all these millions and $1 million of watches, just to say that he made it. Yeah. And in the long run, it hurt him because at the end of the day, he had to make a decision. He asked his mom, look, at the end of the day, we got to decide on what we're going to do with these things because we in bankruptcy. And when she told him, I'm just going to let the house go, I don't even want it, it hurt him to the core because he realized how bad in a hole he was. And there was nothing he could do but give away these things and move back so that he could shake back. Yeah. So the thing is that when you look at these athletes and even these entertainers put different things in different pots and got all these different endorsements that's going to last them their lifetime. Yeah. That's why they sustain. So at the end of the day, this story really spoke to, finances.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I looked at that too, and it's similar to us today minus the 100 million. We can be living on a Walmart budget, but we can be trying to live a Neiman Marcus or a Louis Vuitton lifestyle, you know, and it just doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense, you know. When it comes to like Jay-Z, Puff Daddy, the guys that he was trying to emulate, we don't know what type of reserves they had. We don't know where that money was coming from.
Right.
And that's the thing. Sometimes we look from the outside and we think that a lifestyle is going to be like this or be like that, but we don't know where that person's money is coming from.
Right.
We don't know what they're sacrificing or what they're giving up to get that kind of money. We don't know how in debt that they may truly be. We just see what's on the outside,
Right.
and we try to go out and do the same thing, you know. Even like clothes, you know, I see a lot of different entertainers with all these different designer clothes, designer watches. But we have to remember as consumers or just as regular folks out here, some of those entertainers, companies may be paying them to wear those clothes. They may be receiving that Gucci or that Louis V for free just to endorse it, so people like us will spend everything that we have to buy that shirt or buy those shoes, you know. So again, we just have to be mindful and understand that if someone's lifestyle looks a certain way, sometimes it's not always what it's cracked up to be.
Right.
Yeah.
And my thing is even with the lifestyle, I've been thinking to myself, should I stop wearing what I'm wearing? Like polo, all this Nautica, all this other stuff, Lacoste. When I start thinking about this stuff, now the suits, I'm gonna keep the designer suits.
Oh yeah, man.
Because you got to have that tailored,
nice
that's
suit,
different.
Man.
But as I started thinking, Marty, I was really thinking maybe in the future, really investing in either my own clothing or just invest in other black people's clothing. Because we got so many artists out here that do a great job.
Yeah.
Why not promote their stuff and allow them to flourish?
That's true, man.
So
there's so many black designers. There's a Facebook group that I'm in, and so many business people. They're fashion designers, they're artists, they're authors, and there's so many things out here that we can support, you know, to support our own. But as you said, you know, we can always branch out, start our own line, you know. So, hey, those options are there, man.
The 3 R's.
Yeah, real raw rational, man. I could see that on the shirt, man. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fire. I can see the logo in my head.
Man, that would be amazing, man. Have our little eagle up. Well, I'm not going to tell y'all too much, man. Just stay tuned, okay?
All right, now let's get off this money tip because we didn't hit enough on that. But let's move and transition into updates on Russia and Ukraine and the economic status currently.
Wow.
Right.
Man, I looked at that on the news this morning, man, and they're cutting off their assets, man. The central bank, you know. I even saw where Switzerland has frozen Russia's assets in the Swiss bank. So, I mean, they're hitting them where it hurts. There's also just companies, you know, Ford Motor Company.
Yes.
They have stopped business with them. BP, Shell, even the no-fly zones, you know, they're suspending travel to Russia. Airports empty, you know, so, man, they're coming at them, man. They're coming at them hard.
That's all you do. You hit their pockets.
That's what you got to do.
When you hit the pockets, it makes them start thinking about things.
Yeah.
And even Tesla superchargers made for free for them fleeing from Ukraine. You know, it's just, when you looking at it from both sides, even in Russia and in Ukraine, they're giving them opportunity to get away because it's going to get worse before it gets better, you know. And what it does is mess up these foreign relationships that we've built and these things. But at the end of the day, it's all about taking over and being, because this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
They just want to bring their empire back so that they can straight dominate everything that they do.
That's right.
Will it work? No. But it's a try. So
we got to remember to pray for Ukraine.
Most definitely.
Pray for their children. Pray for our troops. And also pray for our enemies. God can change anything. God is always in control.
And pray for our president, Joe Biden. Please.
Definitely.
Give him,
most definitely.
Give him more insight, and also be a good image for our country. You already better than President Trump. I'm sorry, as far as presentation, how you carry yourself as a president, and I appreciate that. But continue to keep your mind focused on this at hand, because it can get worse if we don't take care and tackle these things. But we gotta also understand, United States of America, that we need to take care of our stuff at home.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's very important. And if we can't take care of things here, it's irrelevant. So just keep that in mind, Joe.
Yeah.
You got anything else for Ukraine?
Oh man, that's it, man. We just gotta stay prayed up, man. Just also just be aware, just keep following the news, just understand what's going on, and just stay up to date on what's going on with that situation.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Now, we got some more terrible news. Terrible news.
Man, is it terrible?
All right, let's get to it. Last weekend, the Lakers played the New Orleans Pelicans without Zion. Got mollywopped 28 plus points.
Man, terrible.
Embarrassing. Not the fact that they lost, but the lack of effort and intensity of that.
Man.
And the thing is that disappointed me. But I will give you this. Y'all came back to play the Dallas Mavericks. I think it was last night,
Yeah, last night.
But the thing is that y'all put up a good fight. Mm-hmm. Y'all still was in the hole. In the second quarter, y'all down by like 20-something. Then also in the third quarter, you made this run back, which is fine, good. But can we please have some camaraderie between us?
Oh, yeah.
And what about these Laker injuries, man?
Man, I think that these injuries, and I just got to say this, got to keep it real, raw, rational, man. I think these injuries are going to be something to try to compensate for all these L's they're taking, man. That's what I think, man, because LeBron, last night, he wasn't playing like he was injured, man.
At all. He looked fine.
He wasn't, man. Even when we think about the Pelicans game, LeBron dropped 36 points. Can't blame it on him, but then you had two more guys. You had Westbrook, as you call him.
Oh, that's his name.
He had 16.
Oh,
Carmelo had 13 in that game.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else on the team had less than 10 points. Less than 10 points. And, I mean, you can create these super teams,
right,
but all your role players still have to be involved too, man. Everybody has a role, and it's just not being done in LA right now.
And my thing is, when it comes to that, we look at these Lakers and try to figure out exactly what's the problem. One, they too old.
Definitely.
We gave up the horse and everything, including the babies.
Yeah.
For Westbrook. I ain't never gonna forgive that.
Oh man.
And then I'm gonna get to the meat of this. This is the real thing that vexes me. You decide to put AD at center when you know he gets hurt all the time.
All the time.
He is a power forward, Frank Vogel. Put him in his spot. Let Dwight Howard run the middle and allow DeAndre Jordan to come off the bench. No matter what you do that's fine. Whoever start, cool. But at the end of the day, let's just keep it honest, keep it real. If you really understand basketball, there's no way AD needs to be playing center. Just being honest. And LeBron don't need to either. He's too old.
No.
Let it go.
They need a true center.
Man, I'm telling you.
That's what they need, man.
I'm telling you. But man, on the light tip, man, I watched that Knicks and 76er game.
Man, I caught the highlights, man.
When I say my boy James Harden was putting in that work,
man,
it was just like a masterpiece. Man, I mean, he had a triple dub in the words of Shannon Sharp, and was killing. And this is second game back to back having it. Man. And him and Joel Embiid is a fool.
I don't know what has happened since this trade, but this is who James Harden should be.
Yeah.
this is who he should be. Not that guy that's just throwing up all. It's good to have the points. It's great to have the points.
Right.
But you still need to be an all-around talent.
Most definitely.
That's what it takes, man.
Most
It's
definitely.
just amazing to see him like this. I mean, we know he can score, like I said before, you know. And the Sixers, they need this, I'm going to call him new James Harden. They need this new James Harden. This is who they need to excel. This is who they need. And he's doing it, man. He's doing it big, and I hope he keeps this up.
Do you think that Kyrie and KD kind of held him back from it, or was it just the whole Kyrie situation not being there?
Man,
I feel like
that's
it's
a
just a
good
mixture of
question.
a lot of things.
I feel like it is, but just thinking about who he was in Houston too,
Most definitely, he was a dog.
and in OKC.
Yeah, that's a big change.
But mainly in Houston, it was just crazy offense, crazy numbers, amazing. But we still need the rebounds. We still need the assists. We still need the defense, man. And James Harden, you brought it last night.
I'm impressed. I'm definitely impressed.
Man.
I ain't gonna lie to you. But the one thing I worry about with the Sixers, Marty,
What's that?
no bench. They ain't got
No.
now person on the bench.
Not at all.
So
man.
you get them people on the starting line in 5 show, you might be able to catch them slipping.
Oh yeah.
But all I'm gonna say is when Brooklyn and the Sixers go at it, it's going down.
It's going down,
It's
man.
going down. And I can't wait.
It's gonna be crazy, man.
Man.
Man, I used to just love the West, but now I'm so excited for the East, man.
It's so balanced now.
Yeah.
We haven't had a balance as far as competition on both ends in a long time.
It's been a while, man.
But it's beautiful.
It is, man.
Now, let's go and get on the little music tip, man.
Sure.
I saw the second part of the documentary
Oh yeah, man.
for my boy Kanye Titter.
Amazing.
The old original Kanye that I fell in love with.
Yeah,
Man, it was beautiful.
it was.
I'm trying to think. In this one, if y'all haven't watched it, y'all need to watch it, but I'm gonna spoil some of it. But in this one, what happened is that Kanye was still grinding, trying to put himself out there. He finally gets signed to Rockefeller.
Yeah.
And as he go through the ranks and that, one of the artists came and said, yeah, this is my boy, he's a producer, rapper. And Kanye felt insulted. Cause he like, man, look, that's not a good thing. Like, what you mean I'm a producer rapper? I'm a rapper. This is who I am.
Insulted,
I got
man.
beats. But, you know, I rap. I already got my stuff written out.
Yeah.
And it hurt my spirit so much that he had to go to them offices and try to put his music out there so they had listen whoop de woo. And then in addition to that, like, he had to go to different labels
Yeah.
to actually do the work for him, because they did not schedule a time or a date for him to even promote and put out his album.
Yeah.
And it just blew my mind, like, you signed me, but I'm the one that's writing my name on the check for the music video. Y'all not even helping me market it. So it just kind of bothered me how they believed him to a certain extent, but they didn't full-heartedly go in on Kanye.
That's true, man.
So that disappointed me.
Man, it's crazy, man. I thought about this a lot, how this is just the true definition of a success story. I mean, like, from the bottom up.
Man,
I did a little bit more research on this.
what you find?
Jay-Z has 23 Grammys.
Wow.
Kanye has 22 Grammys.
What?
Let me say that one more time for y'all out there.
I didn't even know
One
that.
more time for the people in the back. Jay-Z has 23 Grammys.
Wow.
Kanye has 22. Jay-Z was at the top of the game. He's considered top 5 by some people.
Yeah.
Kanye getting insulted.
Yeah.
Can't get a deal.
Nope.
Can't even get him to shoot his video. Had to spend his own money to make his video. But that guy right there in the ranks with somebody that's considered a top 5.
Easily. Yeah.
It's an amazing story. Continue to persevere no matter what obstacles you have, no matter what you're up against, no matter what people say. I mean, people tore him down, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Even the people tearing you down, telling you you're not worth it, you're not qualified, you can't do this. Just continue to believe in your heart that you can, man. I mean, look at this. You got one guy that's already at the top. He's been pushed to the top.
Mm-hmm.
He's being promoted. And another guy way at the bottom basically promotes himself. And he's right behind,
Right.
the guy that people has pushed to the top. So think about that.
Most definitely, man. Shout out to Kanye. I pray you continue to take your meds, get whatever help that you need, because you are important to the culture. So I just want you to know that, but your mental health is more important than anything. And speaking of mental health, my question is, how does the Black community truly feel about the idea of mental health? That's the real thing.
That's a great question, man. I think there's still several people that have a stigma about it. You know, they think you got to be crazy to go to the counselor.
Right.
But then now you also have several people like Ayanla. You know, she has that show Fix My Life. Then Taraji P. Henson, she's always promoting mental health. And, you know, it's becoming more and more better, you know, the way that they're promoting it.
Right.
To try to get people to understand that you do need to get your mental health checked the same way that you get your physical health checked, you know. You need to know what's going on up there. What are you thinking? What have you been going through? How is it affecting your life? How is it affecting others around you? I think that also when we think about our track record of decision making, some of our decisions are messed up because our mind is messed up. You know, go get it checked out, see what's going on. Yeah.
I agree. And I think one of the biggest things is fear. That's the biggest thing, and the idea of their privacy. They don't trust that a person from the outside that has no dog in the fight will give them a legit response to certain things. So it hurts them because it's more like, I ain't gonna tell them nothing. They'll be done told my business, and it's not the case. My thing is it's like an opportunity to let go and let things be.
That's right.
I'll give you an example. I watched this this show called Lucifer. Whole series. This man went to counseling.
Yeah.
The devil went to counseling.
Oh man, I've heard of this.
And talked about his stuff, and he consistently went there. He said after a while, he said, I don't need it no more. But he kept popping up.
Yeah.
Because it's a different feeling to be able to talk to a person. And they're not here to judge. They're asking questions. They're trying to deep dive and figure out what it is.
Yeah.
And once you figure out what that little screw is, man, it's like a revelation that goes in.
That's right.
You know, so always, my black people, my people, take it serious. It's nothing to play with, and do not allow yourself to continue to hurt yourself when it ain't necessary.
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that, because some people do continue to go through life hurt, and then they keep hurting others because of their hurt. When all they need to do is just make up in their mind, hey, I need some help with this. You know, I can't do this by myself. The people that are in my circle, they're not able to help me with this. I need to talk to somebody, you know. And there's so many avenues out there that are free. You know, there's so many places that you can just call and get telecounseling, you know. And it's totally free. So, you know, sometimes you have to do your research, but you have to remember, you know, if you want to stop hurting, if you know that you're hurting others, if you know that your decision-making process is bad, everything that you keep trying to do never works, then something somewhere is wrong, and you need to get that checked out.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, but as we come to a close to our video for episode 4.
Another one.
And another one. All right, DJ Cali.
Yeah.
And another one.
And another one.
Thank you guys for tuning in to our video on our channel. Just remember to like, comment, to subscribe, and show us some love. Hit the like button, share it to anybody that may need this information. Because at the end of the day, we're talking from experience. We're talking from real points that's going on in this world. So just let us know what it is that you need and what things we can work on moving forward. Because you can give us some topics too.
Oh, yeah.
So you got anything else, Marty?
Much love. We appreciate y'all. Continue to tune in. Continue to share, like, tell other people. If you want to be a guest, hit us up.
Ring a player.
Yeah. You know where to find us. But we love y'all, man. Peace.
Much love. Peace.